Hello everybody, good morning. Kaiwaza with you. Welcome back to my channel. Just finished some laundry and finishing up my first cup of coffee. I'll have another one for sure. But I wanted to share with you a haul video. So actually kind of two hauls, but the first one's very small. So yesterday I thought, let me go to the Hawaii book and music sale that's been happening down in the Ward Center area. And they have extended, it was only supposed to last for the summer and they extended. And now they actually apparently have a permanent site from a store that closed recently. They are going to move permanently, I guess, into that location, which is very near where they are right now anyway, but it's a smaller location. So I had this idea that they probably are putting a bunch of stuff out right now, maybe because they have so much to prepare for a smaller space. Maybe, I don't know. I haven't been in a while, so you know me, I went and I bought, because yes, they did have a lot of new stuff. And there were quite a few books, quite a few records. I was a little taken aback though, because quite a few of the new stuff they put out was $2 instead of $1, the records. And I, kind of had a moment about that where I thought, nah, that's not cool. I'm not going to do that. But then I thought about it and I said, John, if this record were $1 at Goodwill, which is $1.99 here usually, if it were $1.99, would you get it or would you put it back? And the answer most of the time was, yeah. There were a couple that I looked at for $2 and had pulled out and said, you know what? I think I would pass on this one for $2. There were a couple, but I did get the majority. So I think about half of them were $1 and a half of them were $2. And I got books as well. But first, let me just do the little mini haul from Savers. On Tuesday, I went to Savers Senior Discount Day, and I just got a couple of books and records, just a couple. So let me show you those first. Well, pretty self-explanatory. Women's Diaries of the Westward Journey. I love books of letters and journals and diaries. I don't know why. I just love sort of reading other people's lives vicariously. Their actual words. I sort of like it. And then this book, I don't know, it's a little bit of a crackpot book, I think, but I just couldn't not get it. The real story of American discovery. Love the look of it. But this is one of those kind of a small publisher books that's like the history of the discovery of the American continent way before Columbus, like all the other groups of people, basically from Europe, from Africa, from different places in Asia, from Polynesians, Pacific Islanders, all these other people that go way, way, way back with information. I don't know how real it is. I don't know. Information about their contact with people on the American continent. Interesting. I just read a newspaper article yesterday, where they've discovered footprints in New Mexico that are like 30,000 years earlier than when they thought people came here. It was before the Ice Age, before there was an ice bridge from Siberia to Alaska, to the American continent, that they say the American Indians originally came down way, 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 of course, in the distant past during the Ice Age. But they're saying now, even before the Ice Age, they found some things from earlier people. So interesting. Anyway, I couldn't pass it up. It's interesting. We'll see. And in the records, I just got picked up a couple things there. Nat King Cole, Ballads of the Day. I couldn't remember whether I had this or not because I haven't played it yet. Love is a Fabulous Thing. This is all original compositions from Les Baxter. You gotta love that. Swing is King, Volume 2, Ted Heath. I don't think I have Volume 1, but gotta get a Phase 4 stereo. You gotta get those. Gatefold records, they're great. Okay. That's what I got at Savers, 30% discount senior shopping day. Okay, and now for whatever reason, there were lots of books I wanted, so I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 books. Like I need to get any more books. I mean, I won't even read these books that I bought here today probably until like 20 years from now. I have so many books. This was in the occult section. I don't think it should have been. The Secret Parts of Fortune, 3 decades of intense investigation and edgy enthusiasms. A masterly concoction of blend of boy reporter, ancient mariner, and lounge lizard. He just investigates all these weird hoaxes and weird stories and legends or things. I don't know. It just, from what I read, a little bit of it, I thought this could be kind of a fun read, kind of a good read. So yeah, I got that. The Secret Parts of Fortune. Jane Austen's England, Life in the Georgian and Regency Periods, Roy and Leslie Atkins. I should be telling you when these books are from, shouldn't I? Or does it matter, really? 2013. Anyway, I love this period of history, and I just love reading about people's lives. I love the novels and whatnot, but I just also, this daily life. Interesting. Here's one, I put it up and down and finally said, oh my God, it's only $2, just freaking get it. Watermark, the disaster that changed the world and humanity 12,000 years ago. So this is sort of talking about, from what I gathered, basically all the legends and stories in pretty much most of the world religions about worldwide floods, periods of floods and periods of, upheaval, that this guy is saying, what was one of several times that the earth has been hit by a meteor or, something from space hits the earth and has catastrophic events, which is true. And he's saying that we have survived a couple of those and that we have not survived other ones probably, or, dinosaurs didn't survive one, whatever. That is cataclysmic, but it's kind of about that. Interesting. I don't know. We'll see. Whatever. Here's the kind of book I love also. The Mirror, A History. It's basically what it is. It's a history of the creation of mirrors, the development of mirrors, and fads in fashion and history and whatever with mirrors. So I just love books about certain things and the history about them. Very interesting. Sabine Melchior Bonnet, or Bonnet. I don't know. Graham Bob Stranger's Homosexual Love in the 19th Century. So it's about gay people. Gay wasn't even a term, whatever. Homosexual people in the 1800s, right? 19th century, yeah, 1800s. So interesting. Voyages and Visions Towards a Cultural History of Travel. So this one goes way back to the earliest voyages of discovery, all the way through 1700s, 1800s. I think it gets into the 1900s. I'm not sure, but anyway, it's about what motivated people to travel, or their writing about their experiences, the cultural viewpoint from which they were writing, whatever. This kind of stuff's interesting to me. Then finally, I got a book called Servants, A Downstairs History of Britain from the 19th Century to Modern Times. So I love, again, these sort of historical time periods and these histories of, upstairs, downstairs. Certainly would have been nicer to be upstairs, but just interesting. I probably would have been downstairs, right? Like a footman or something. Anyway, those are the books. Now let's check out the records.
Greetings to you. I am Nostradamus. I highly recommend that you listen to the new online radio station, Radio Green Goddess. For within there, you will hear both beautiful and mysterious New Age music, mixed with the lovely sounds of nature, birds and ocean waves and thunderstorms and such and such and such. When you listen to Radio Green Goddess, I will be inspired to deliver to you from beyond more quatrains composed of various words that really don't make any sense at all. The link to Radio Green Goddess is found below in the description. Fare thee well, Earthlings.
So first I should say I also did get a CD, a New Age CD with nature sounds, you know, Radio Green Goddess, Spring Showers, Soft Piano, and Rainfall by Wayne Gratz. So yeah, we got that one. Now records, there were so many that I just couldn't pass up. And there were a lot of, again, so much interesting stuff. I just couldn't pass it up. Okay, greetings. Few Christmas records first. Greetings from the McGuire sisters. And I love this, love the playlist because so many original songs. Like, what are these songs? The Cactus Christmas Tree. I'd like to trim a tree with you. I want to hear this. I want to hear this record. Okay. Christmas with the King Family. Yeah. Christmas with the Lennon Sisters. I think I have a CD of this, but I get the vinyl, put it up on the Moody Mood Music. Okay, this one, how happy was I to find this? For $2. A Mystic Portrait of the Moody Blues by Werner Mueller. This is great. Yeah. Can't wait to hear that. I haven't heard any of these, so I didn't needle drop anything, so I don't know. Very happy to find this one. I had this as a kid and haven't come across it at a reasonable price since then. I don't know what happened to it, but Living Percussion. Great version of Quiet Village on here, but I used to like this as a kid, so yay. Let Me Touch You, Bob Crew Generation. Got some things from him earlier, so a little risque. Can I show a butt? I think I can show a butt, can't I? The Enchanted Woods. You know, I'd seen this and passed it up because it was $2 several times, but today, yesterday rather, I read the liner notes, which I should do more often sometimes which I do when I'm on the fence about something a lot of times, because I thought, oh, it's just easy listening orchestra. I have a zillion of those, but this one actually, it's all woodwind ensembles. It's 100% woodwinds, and they give the breakdown of what they used, and it's all to give this Alice's Looking Glass, Wizard of Oz, Cinderella fairy story, you know, thing, the Enchanted Woods to it. So I'm curious to hear that. I'm sure it's beautiful or just weird. I think the Jackie Gleason album, Night Winds, that uses a woodwind ensemble is kind of weird. I mean, I'm playing it. It's okay, I get it, but I think it's a little weird. I don't know. We'll see how this one is. This one I kind of got for myself. I don't know that any of this is usable for Moody Mood Music. I mean, it might be some of it, but I just was very curious. A budget label, guest star, shindig, but they're like in medleys or something. I don't know. Like they've spliced all of these together. I just want to hear it. I'm like, I want to hear how they've just messed up these songs. I want to hear it. And I could use it. I mean, maybe I will. This, I didn't even know this existed. This was interesting. Carol Channing Entertains. This is a Command record. Have you ever seen this? I've never seen it. Yeah, Carol Channing. Go figure. Curious. Also, here's another one. I've never seen this before. Connie Stevens, Werner Mueller's Orchestra, recorded in West Germany. And she's singing. It's a very interesting playlist on this. I mean, Girlfriend of the Whirling Dervish, Wild is the Wind. Have you got any castles, baby? I mean, Wonderful Copenhagen. We want to hear this. Moody Mood Music demands this record. Doris Day, love her. Songs from her great movie hits. So we love her. Bing Crosby, who doesn't like to bingle, singing the great country hits. Well, had to have that one. I mean, you know. Joni James sings a song of Hank Williams. I don't particularly like Joni James' voice. Do you like Joni James? I'm curious to hear from other people that are familiar with her. Because she had a zillion records and was rather popular, and I'm just not crazy about her voice. But I did have to hear Joni James singing the songs of Hank Williams. That one, yeah, we have to hear that. We do. Well, this was $1. I'm just gonna try it. I don't know. China Mood. Purple Crystal presents China Mood, the Strings Purple Crystal. This is a Japanese, apparently Japanese easy listening orchestra record. I don't know, I haven't needle dropped it, but should be interesting. Arturo Romero and his magic violins. Well, that's, you know what that is. Easy listening, we love the strings. Sweet Sounds by the Browns, featuring the 3 bells. Love the ads for the record players on the back of this. Rod McEwen. Anything I have by Rod McEwen, I'm going to get for $1 or $2. I am. I know a lot of people don't like him. I kind of like him. He is kind of annoying, but I don't know. I love it. I'd never seen this one before. Have you seen this? I didn't know about this one. The 50 Guitars of Tommy Garrett, 6 Flags Over Texas. Had to get that. I mean, come on. This one too. This was only $1. I was like, what is this? What is this? Music montage. Sounds from the Kanto Civilians Club, regularly featured groups and artists. This is in Tokyo, Japan. And again, I haven't needle dropped it. This female singer, they say, reminds you of Peggy Lee. So these were entertainers at a civilian club in Tokyo. What is a civilian club? I meant to look that up. I don't know if it has something to do with the military or what. These are like at the, I don't know. I didn't look it up. The Gay Pops Orchestra. That's really funny. Charlie Wakino and his Gay Pops Orchestra. Continuing on, this is his greatest hits, Kay Kaiser from the sort of big band era. This is actually a 2-record set of his stuff, so that kind of made up for some of the other ones being $2. Here in My Heart, Al Hurt. A little bit later, Al Hurt, so I'm kind of interested. Sentimental favorites, John Rolls. There were a couple of these. I didn't get all of them by John Rolls, but I did get this one. He's a originally New Zealand artist. Washington Square, Spike Jones, the new band. I got picked up one of the last times I was there, a new band of Spike Jones album, a different one, and now they had this one. So I'm really curious. I still haven't, listened to the other one because I only have 4,000 records or something to catch up with. But yeah, I thought, well, let's get this one too because I'm curious. Have you ever heard of this musical before? I have never heard of it. Music from the Broadway production Bravo Giovanni by Luther Henderson and his orchestra. Of course, this isn't the original. These are instrumental versions, but me, never heard of it. But hey, I'm down with it. Let's check it out. Riding on the Moon. The Skylarks vocal group. Should be interesting because it's on Verve, so it might be sort of, jazzy oriented. Art Van Dam, accordionist, swings sweetly. I didn't really have to get this, but I'll confess, and you can probably imagine, I love the cover. This will make a lovely talking ad, don't you think? Yes. Joe Bushkin turns Dr. Dolittle on. Piano and orchestra. These are songs from Dr. Dolittle. You gotta have it. It's $1. How can you not get it if you're into easy listening? I mean, come on. The Tonight Show Band with Doc Severinsen. This was recorded in the 80s. World premiere performance. Of course, not of Doc Severinsen, but with the Tonight Show Band. Gotta have it. Okay, this is another one. I got this for myself. I don't know that this is going to be usable, but I couldn't pass it up. I was like, what the heck is this? The Hoffnung Interplanetary Music Festival? What is this? So It doesn't really tell you much on the back. So looking at this thing, okay, these are the title tracks here. So apparently it's like a humorous takeoff thing or whatever. I don't know. You know, I don't know. I want to hear it. I just don't know. We'll see. Al Jolson, Overseas. These are all songs that available for the first time on Decca here. Selections originally recorded for the Kraft Music Hall broadcasts. So this could be interesting, right? So these were not commercially available recordings. The 4 Freshmen and 5 Guitars. How many freaking records? Okay, does anybody know? I guess I could just look it up on Discogs, but how many records did the 4 Freshmen do that were the 4 Freshmen and a certain number of something else? Like, there's like the 4 Freshmen and I don't know how many trombones, and the 4 Freshmen and so many saxophones, and the 4 Freshmen and I don't know, what'd they do? Tambourines? Where did they stop? I don't know, but I don't have them all, but this one I wanted to hear because I was curious. The 4 Freshmen and 5 Guitars. I do have some of their other ones too, but just like, how many did they do? It seems sort of like an obsession or something. I don't know. Sammy Davis Jr., The Going's great. Well, you know, I just wanted to hear it. I love Sammy Davis. Okay, here's one that's interesting. And I had it and put it back and then grabbed it again. Carol O'Connor, Remembering You. Okay, so I'm thinking, is this Carol O'Connor singing? Because he's not a good singer. You know, he's saying that the opening of those were the days or whatever. What was their show? Jeez, I used to watch it all the time. Anyway, no, I don't think he is singing. After I kind of went back and looked at some of these liner notes, he's doing narration over some of these songs. And I think he's talking, I don't know if he's just reciting what's written here, I don't know, or whether he's just giving some sort of personal remembrances or saying something about the year. I don't know. But I thought, you know what, like I said, I had it and I said, I don't know, and I put it back. And then when I was reshuffling some things, I thought, you know what, let me go back and get this, because I don't know, it might be interesting. Carol O'Connor, Remembering You. I don't know. And then finally, well, these, you know, I'm a real Nana Mouskouri fan. I just love her voice, love everything about her. And if I see a record of hers for $1, I'm going to get it. If I don't have it, I don't care what language it's in, because it's quite often not in English. I mean, she sang in English and Greek and French and German, Spanish, blah, 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 Martian, Jupiterese, whatever. But just love her. And they had a couple of records of hers for $1. So like, they're going home with me. I'm getting me some Nana Mouskouri. Love her. If you don't know her, you know, go on YouTube, check her out. Beautiful stuff. Okay, that's it. Just what I need. Like, you know, 35 more records and like 10 more books. It's so necessary. So necessary. I hope you enjoyed that. And if you have any of these records or books or thoughts on the subject of my obsessive collecting, which must stop, please let me know. I'm going to finish up my coffee. I'm going to not read these books or play these records, and I'm going to go to lunch. Probably Panda at Royal Hawaiian. I'm in the mood. And I'm going to go to the beach right from lunch. So I pack my little beach bag, and that's what I'm going to do today. And I'll work on records and stuff tonight. Have a good day. We'll see you guys later. And please comment, like, subscribe if you want to see more. And thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it.